Tell me about the transition a little bit from grandparents to your mom. And is mom still involved in the business today? What other family members have been involved in the business? Can walk me through that if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, obviously during, when my mother and uncle and aunts were growing up, they were helping getting all of the boxes packed around the holidays. We were very seasonal until, the late 80s and early 90s. Like our season has begun to expanded, but there's been some technological advancements that have helped that. But so they all obviously work together with building boxes and packaging and getting everything done. But my mother came back in 79 to start working full time with my grandfather. At that point, my grandmother was having some health issues. And so she didn't work nearly as much on the day-to-day in the early 80s. And so my mother worked closely with my grandfather until the mid 90s, really. And then he started to slow down. But during those years, I did have one of my uncle worked in production alongside my grandfather. One of my aunts worked and kind of did some technological improvements on our software system and kind of trying to automate parts of the company. So we've all, I was working in just doing production jobs, whatever it was on the line, putting cans in boxes, but I was answering phones. So my sister as well, answering phones, taking orders, just manipulating the system during the season. And so we've all had a part in some capacity over the years. And so my mom is still very much involved in the business. We just went through the largest expansion that we've had in our company's history. And in 2020, we opened our new location, which has a retail market, but also has space for warehousing, shipping. We have a new production line where we put a chocolate enrobing machine in. So we've expanded and diversified our production capabilities over the last 2 years. So she was really leading that charge to get that project underway. And that's part of what I came home to do was to, it's time to expand or do something else. And so that's what we've been doing the last couple of years. And I think she's going to start slowly taking some more time for trips and traveling. But, her office was her childhood bedroom. I don't see her leaving that office really anytime soon, but she'll be more flexible and doing more of the things that she likes to do in her spare time, I think.
Tell us your mom's name.
Her name is Lynn.
Lynn, nice.
Lynn.
And I sat there going, oh, I made my cardinal error. Your last name is Rabil?
Rabil, yep.
Rabil, damn. See, there's the cardinal sin. As a podcast host, you always ask, how do you pronounce the last name first? And I messed it up, but
it's all good. It's tricky one.
Okay. So, and mom right now, like you just said, she wants to do some traveling, and you just peek at at the website, and it's like she wants to visit all of the national parks. How many has she been to thus far? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. I know she's been to a dozen of them or so, but I have that same goal. Traveling's the best, and so she'll start doing some more of that for sure.
Agreed. My father, that's on his hit list, and we ended up buying him a book of all the national parks, and there was something in there like you could check them off and a list of to do all those things. So very fun.
It's got to be one of the best things that our country has to offer is our national park system, I think. I mean, it's unbelievable how diverse our country is, and the landscapes are just beautiful. I mean, we're so fortunate that we have that.
We are.
Public lands, yeah.
Talk about the business